When the Army Air Force announced plans to train nurses to assist in air evacuation, Mellie had begged the chief for a recommendation. Flight nurses would fly into combat areas, load the wounded, and care for them in the air. They would be stationed all over the world, perhaps even in the Pacific, close to Papa. Next month, Mellie would begin training. That thought put an extra trill into her song. "Must you?" At the nurses' station, Lieutenant Ingham scrunched her heart-shaped face into a frown. "That infernal singing. Honestly, Philomela, we're all sick of it." "Sorry." Mellie's cheeks warmed, and she picked up the tray of meds she'd prepared earlier. How could she stop doing what she was born to do? Something that provided relief to her patients. When she sang, pain-wrinkled brows smoothed. She returned to the ward and her song, but in a softer voice. Philomela meant Nightingale, and her first storybook was The Nightingale by Hans Christian Andersen. The Emperor of China treasured a pet nightingale and its song. But when he received a mechanical singing bird, he forgot the nightingale, which retreated to the lonely forest. While the little bird in the story longed to return to court, Mellie felt most at home in the forest, bringing musical comfort to passers-by. Next month, she'd enter a new forest. "I can't believe you missed last night's meeting, Philomela." Lieutenant Newman's big blue eyes stretched even wider. "I thought it was optional, for a morale program." Mellie shifted in her seat in the chief nurse's office. "It is, but I want everyone to participate. You do want to participate, don't you?" "Well, She lowered her gaze and straightened the skirt of her white ward dress. "I didn't really consider it." The chief walked to the window and heaved a sigh. "Oh, Philomela, I don't understand you. You're an excellent nurse, but I simply don't understand you." "It's a letter-writing campaign, isn't it? To men we've never met?" Her lovely face lit up. "Yes, to the officers in my husband's unit. It's an engineer aviation battalion based in England. It will all be anonymous. Isn't that fun?" England sounded like fun. Writing to a strange man did not. "I wouldn't know what to say to someone I've never met." "Say anything you like. I imagine you write a nice letter. You speak excellent English for a foreigner." Mellie restrained her sigh. Always with one foot in one land, one foot in the other, never belonging in either. "Actually, ma'am, I'm an American. I was born in the Philippines, yes, but my father's American and my mother was half American, half Filipino." "Yes, well then." The chief fingered the window casement. "Well then, I'm sure you write a lovely letter." Mellie rolled the hem of her skirt in her fingers. "But I've never written to a stranger before." "He's hardly a stranger. He's an American officer. All the other nurses are excited about it. I need one more volunteer or one poor gentleman won't receive a letter." She stretched her skirt back down over her knees. "That would be horrible, but maybe someone would be willing to write 2 letters." "Come now." Lieutenant Newman sat on the edge of her desk right in front of Mellie, and she leaned close. "Please, Philomela, I would be so disappointed if you didn't participate, especially after I recommended you for the air evacuation group. I didn't mention how you don't have any friends here. Perhaps I should have." She glanced down to the desk and traced her finger back and forth, as if erasing her recommendation. Mellie's throat swelled shut. But why would any man want to hear from me?" The chief flashed a bright smile. "Remember, it's anonymous. No names, no pictures, just a nice letter to encourage our boys overseas." Mellie dropped her chin and squeezed her eyes shut. She felt so awkward in social situations. "Oh, please, Philomela, please. It's only 1 letter." Mellie lifted her head. Outside